all you beautiful people. This is Intentional Healing, and I am Nicole Bridger. So today I want to talk to you about quitting your vice. Whew, not an easy one to talk about. And your vice could be anything from drinking, smoking, drugs, binge eating, sex, over-exercising, shopping, working too much, whatever is your vice. I think what we're going to talk about today could be really helpful. But like always, before we begin, let's just take a deep breath and allow yourself to be here for these next few moments. Just be here. So the first thing to think about when we're talking about quitting our vice is why. Why do we have that vice? So basically, when we are feeling something uncomfortable that we don't want to feel, and we don't know how to shift it in a healthy way, then we go looking for ways to relieve ourselves from those uncomfortable feelings. The very most important thing in this is not to judge yourself. And I know it's so hard, because as soon as you can see that there's a habit in your life that is not serving you and beginning to hurt you, the first thing we want to do is just come down on ourselves so bad. Or it's so hard to face it and what it's done in our lives that we just stay in denial. Denial that there is even a problem with something that we're doing. Because that something that you're doing is like a lifeline. It's right now your survival mechanism. It's how you're getting by. And the subconscious thought of not having that is going to scare the hell out of you. Because then what? Then how do you survive? So do not judge yourself. You are not a bad person. You are not in the wrong. You should not be ashamed. And yes, you can heal this. You have just been doing the best that you can with the tools that you had. And if you are now in a place where you're actually feeling ready to shift this, then that's a really big deal. But as soon as you judge yourself and make yourself wrong, it's going to hold on to that. And you will not be able to heal this and shift this. So I want you to think about that vice so far in your life as like taking little sips of air. Imagine that, these feelings that you're feeling, it's like drowning and you're treading water. And the only way that you can get some relief from those feelings is to take that tiny little sip. And it just gives you that brief bit of relief from these really intense feelings. But the thing is that you can only tread water and sip air for so long before you get too tired and it takes you down. And what we're talking about now is learning to swim. But learning to swim takes time, and it takes effort. It takes focus, and it takes courage, strength. You might not get it right. You need endurance to keep going. So in this process, you need to be really patient with yourself and tender. And if you've been listening to me, I always say lean into it with a sense of compassion and curiosity. Curiosity around, well, what is it that you're feeling, that you're running away from, that you're trying to numb? Is it anger, resentment, fear, insecurity, self-loathing? So the only way to move through this is to actually sit with the feeling, which I know can seem really scary, and that's the thing that you've been avoiding doing while seeking your advice. And it almost feels counterintuitive, or like the wrong thing to do. You know, how are you supposed to just sit in this feeling? But the only way to shift this and to get onto the other side is to sit in this feeling and allow it. Not for forever, but just allow those feelings, those uncomfortable feelings, to be there and not make them wrong, not try to shove them away, and not try to numb them out. Allow them to be there and listen. Listen without judgment. Listen with compassion and curiosity. And it's really interesting because often people who are experiencing similar feelings will seek similar vices. People who are feeling anxious often like smoking. People who seek cocaine are often feeling insecure and wanting an elevated sense of self. Binge eating can be from a place of self-loathing. And this may or may not ring true for you. There is no one prescription, but it helps to start to look inside to what you are feeling, because so many of us have been trying so hard not to feel the feeling that allowing ourselves to sit in the uncomfortable feeling feels just so foreign, so weird, so hard. And so it takes a little bit of time, and it's going to be uncomfortable. Once you start to uncover the feelings that are driving you to your vice, and you're able to really sit with it and listen, and even take out a piece of paper and write out what that voice is saying. Again, without judging, just free write. Don't even think about it. Just free write what that voice inside you is saying. Even see where in your body this feeling is coming from. And I want you to say, I hear you. And it's okay. It's okay to feel scared. It's okay to feel angry. It's okay to feel lonely. You're giving yourself permission to be feeling those feelings. And now, once you have sat with those feelings and not made them wrong and allowed them to be there, this is where divine choice comes in, where you as the human being, as the conscious mind, gets to choose what feeling are you going to hold on to? What feeling feels better? What thought feels better? Because in any given circumstance, there are going to be two beliefs available to you, and it's your conscious mind, your divine will, that gives you this choice. There is the voice that wants to say, you're shit, you're doing it all wrong, it's never gonna work out. And in the same voice, in the same moment, when you sit in here, you could also choose the voice that says, it's okay, you're doing your best, just keep going, there's nothing wrong here. Everybody faces adversity. Everybody. That is the human existence. So right now, I want you to think about what are the two voices. There's the one that's coming from your broken place, that's driving you to your vices to numb out. But really, what this is doing and why it's uncomfortable is because your divine self is calling you to choose this belief. That you are perfect as you are. That you are beautiful just as you are. That you are safe to be who you are. That's what this experience, this human experience, is all about. And when you start to practice this way of existing, then you can actually heal those vices. When you start to see that all it is that you've been feeling these really uncomfortable feelings because your spirit is beckoning you to remember your truth. It's calling you, it's yearning for you to stand in who you truly are and shine. So now in a more practical sense, when you sit in that, which thought feels better? You know, when you start to feel these uncomfortable feelings and you sit with them and you hear them and you say, it's okay, with curiosity and compassion, and you decide which thought feels better and you choose, and then you won't always choose the better feeling thought, but when you do choose to believe the better feeling thought, then I want you from this place of love for yourself, because nobody else is going to do this work for you. This is your journey. This is no one else's responsibility. I want you to think about something that you can do instead that's going to help you feel better. Is it taking a bath? Going for a walk in nature? Seeing an old friend that makes you feel good? Go dancing, play music, whatever it is that you know will help raise up your vibration, make you feel better, even if it's just a little bit better. But even if you will help yourself to feel a little bit better, then you will less likely go to that vice. We all have vices, whether we admit it or not. I have been through many of them many times, and seem to circle through different ones at different times. And now I'm in such a place of practice where I can really see when something's sort of bubbling up. And I know that feeling of loving myself enough to choose to shift it. instead of allowing it to take me down. I am sending you so much love and compassion. If you are struggling right now with a vice and you are ready to shift it. And I hope in that you are able to hold a little bit more compassion for yourself. Please, at any time, feel free to contact me from my website, NicoleBridger.com. A few of you have been writing in with questions and words of gratitude. Thank you so much. And I look forward to hearing from you. And I really hope that this is a helpful conversation for you. And I just wish you a blessed, blessed day. Take care.